those days, right?
Hi, folks. Sorry about that. Minute late here, but fighting best system for sound. So if it goes haywire, we've been trying for 15 minutes to get what has normally been a stable situation to stabilize, and yeah. So bear with it. Doing the best we can. Yes, we're back after a week off of nothing. Got to be with the granddaughters. Big family reunion. Yeah. So back at it. Let's see. Just the things coming up. Sunday is Emma Homent of the Maker's Marks, and Emma is from England, and she's the one who does these cards. And she has a new set coming out in the fall, like in the next couple months. 50 cards of needlepoint stitches. Very, very well done. Very cool. I showed these, I think, I don't remember last time I showed them, but anyway, I'll show them again. So the card like that, so you can see the stitch, you can see a photograph of what the stitch is, and then on the back, a description of how to do it. And here's the Continental, and they get throughout the deck, they get progressively harder, so that what the one at the bottom of the deck is the woven wheel. And so she has those cards. I mean, she has her own deal all the way around, but she has the cards, a new set coming out, and then she sent me her books. Why don't I put me on all the way, and then it will be easier.
That would be good.
So her books, the Needlepoint Stitch Directory, which is where the cards come from, and then Next Level Needlepoint, which is more advanced stuff, and then a very cool thing is her journal. So you can keep track of, if you're one of those who likes a formal place to keep track of your projects, it's a very nice journal. Really well done on good paper, spiral bound.
Okay, so what does it say on each page now? Because I'm curious about that.
Okay, so it's focus, behave, canvas kit, and the name, and then designer, where you purchased it, and canvas mesh size, and then you list your threads and your stitches and your finishing options and whatever notes in there. So it's yeah, well put together. And she has some stitches randomly added to the thing. And but it's just a real nice, if you want to, you know, like Cindy has her notebook where she keeps all the things, but some people like to have a more formal pre-printed book to keep their stuff organized, and this would be an excellent choice for that. Really well done. So, and then there's a whole lot more to her than just these books, but she sent those. So she will be the Sunday guest. Yeah, that was fun talking to her. Also, just a reminder, check out our Tour de Broderie shows. There's 19 of them.
Wow.
So, yeah, we did not do the first day, the first stage of the Tour de France, and we did not do one in the middle because I had a bike ride, keeping with the theme, you know. Just,
Right.
you know. But
That's when you eat donuts with your daughter, right?
right, yeah,
You ate donuts.
that was the donut ride where yeah, you got 5 minutes off your time for every donut you ate. Yeah. But put those on in the background because you think, oh, they're talking about bike racing all the time. Actually, I would guess 20% of the time we talked about bike racing. A couple days we were locked in, but we had a lot of needlework stuff. We had a session on slate frames where by the time you got done with that, if you didn't know how to do a slate frame, gonna be hard to help you. But all kinds of stitching things. And Jessica Grimm was with us the entire time. We had Paula Lima with us. uh, Beth and Cindy. We had somebody else join us one day. Oh,
Gina.
Gina Barrett from Gina Bees Silkworks. That was fun.
Mhm.
Yeah. So put those on. They're in the live section. And that was the other thing, is I wanted to call people's attention on the YouTube channel that all of these shows, like these Wednesday shows, they're all in the live section. So if you just look in the main video section, you won't see them and you wonder, where are they? Up at the top is a menu thing, and there's a live section, and there you'll find another, I don't know, 500, 400 videos of all kinds. But the Turtle Broderie, that was a lot of fun, and we covered a lot of needlework ground in those 19 days. So check that out. And then the reminder, the one thing I forget all the time is like, subscribe, comment, share all of our things, please. It helps since we've been mentioning it and people have been remembering to do it, I've noticed activity picking up. So yeah, please share that. And if you see something that is interesting, or if you see somebody mention a designer in, say, a Facebook forum that we've interviewed, if you think of it, share the link to the interview. I try to do that when I see them, but I don't always see them. But to look up the link on our website and share that is, people mention, I'm doing this project from this designer. Well, here's an interview with the designer. So any of that you can do is a huge help. Want to make sure we mention the EGA National Seminar coming up November 12 to 16 in Dallas. And along with that is the Sampler U, that is the 15th and 16th, 2 days, and that's open to non-members, members and non-members. And in-person class registration deadline is August 15. And I was looking just before we started to find if there was a deadline for registering if you weren't doing any classes. Couldn't find anything, so I assume it's also August 15. But go egausa.org, check it out, and yeah, they got a lot going on there, and you can still get in some classes. And if not, get on the waiting list, because people have to cancel. They get a class they wanted, and that vacates the one that they took. There's a whole game there. So get yourself on the list. Tim's on. Tim's going. Yes.
And if you just live in the area, the exhibit is open to anybody for free. So take the time to go look at the exhibit.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Because then they have the group correspondence courses out and any online courses they're offering, and you get to see them live in person. So
Yeah.
we want a full report, Tim.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh, and that reminds when we were there, the one in Chicago, then also in that exhibit, you got to see all of next year's classes. That's in Orlando next year. But yeah, you got to see all those in advance of them publishing them. So that also is a plus. If like Cindy said, if you can just drive in to see the exhibit, it's worth it. But yes, there's another benefit there. If you're wondering, well, maybe I'll go to Orlando because I live in Florida. You can see the if you're there, you can see the next year's projects, because those designers have to do that stuff so far in advance. It's just it's an amazing thing. So all that coming up in November, and that's late in the year for EGA. And I can't help but think November 12 to 16 is a nice little pocket before the holidays. I think they found a date in there that's away from vacations and back to school and all that stuff, and ahead of the holidays. So it might be we'll see how they do, but they may have found a good little pocket in there of inactivity. So in terms of everybody's life. So yep, check that out, egausa.org. And join the EGA, for crying out loud. Join the EGA. You'll be amazed what's there. Yep. Patreon. Patreon.com/FiberTalk if you want to join us. Subscribe to our Patreon channel. Just put up a video last night about my, I finished the Fractor Bees thing. we'll talk about that a little bit. But I did a video about my experience with that, things that I would do different, and so on and so forth. So check that out. And there's a whole bunch of other stuff. And Friday, I'm going to do a video. I do these Friday 5-minute videos that are never 5 minutes. One was 3.5, and the rest have been upwards of almost 20 minutes. But sorry. But I'm going to do a thing on there's several decks of cards that have come to light, not necessarily new, but several decks of cards that. So I'm going to combine them all into one video so that you'll have a resource for that. So check out the Patreon site. Consider becoming a member. It's $5. There's a $5 one and there's a $10 level. And if you're a $10 level, then at least once a month you get to participate in a Zoom session. Whoops, we lost Beth. You get to participate in a Zoom session. And in July, we threw in an extra one at the end of the month last week while I was at our son's house down in the basement with the iPad. We had a great time. So if you do the $10 level, you get to participate in that. And then there's an annual subscription that saves you 10%. So you can do that too. But check that out, patreon.com/fibertalk. There's a whole bunch of content up there already, different things. Yeah. Oh, that's right. And I got to set aside some time. It's going to be next week now to do the drum finishing thing that we recorded. But that's a project just to get that video together. But so that's coming up, and then you'll have instructions for how Beth made the drum. We just watched, right? We didn't.
Right.
And
bothered her with questions.
Right. Yeah, we just went along for the ride. But yeah, so check that all out. Patreon page. We invite you to become a subscriber and join in that part. We're going to try Beth again. There's Beth.
Yeah, I couldn't hear you.
It's a technology
So
night.
I'm up and fixed it.
It's a technology night. Beth and I are going to have a session some afternoon soon where we just sit and play with settings till we get it.
Ugh. I'd rather stitch.
Yeah. It's so frustrating because we had it for months. It was perfect. And then
Yeah.
technology. Yep. Let's see. We got all kinds of finishes. Let me start with Alicia Clark's casket. Alicia Clark sent me pictures of her casket. I think I shared them on the Tour de Broderie, one of the Tour de Broderie shows. Oh, man. There we go. Okay. All right. We're back. Thanks, Kim. Thanks, Kim. We should be back now. So
We all need a bourbon.
Oh, Jesus. It's going to be one of those nights. You can just tell. So this is Alicia Clark's casket. Beth was saying she got the box from Trish and Wynn, Thistle Threads. Yeah, Thistle Threads. And what'd you say, Beth? You recalled she got a out of a book the
Yeah, I think
designs.
she picked the designs out of some sort of needle a book that she had, the birds. And I can't remember where she found the top of it. It was from the same book, but she used very simple stitches. She just used like satin stitch and French knots and the stem stitch. I don't think she did anything super elaborate like you know what was prescribed, but it's beautiful. She did a beautiful job with those silks, and it's done. Let's be honest, it's done.
Minor detail.
Yeah,
I love this bird.
yeah,
Oh yeah.
and beautiful job with those silks.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
And I like that bird better. I like the colors in it for some reason. I just really found that one appealing.
Oh.
Well, the other one was blue. So.
Yes, yes. And
Yeah.
that one was pink, and I like pink. So there you go.
That may be where the where it comes in. Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But whoops. But anyway, yeah. So that's
Was there a picture of the inside?
No, she didn't send photos of the inside. No. But
And all of us who are working on our caskets know that's what makes us nervous is assembling the thing. It takes a long time to do all the panels, and then everyone's like, "Oh, we got to assemble it," and we wring our hands. So good for her.
Yep.
Bravo.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yep.
it's beautiful.
So yeah.
And
So
and I think it's a great illustration that you can do something that's looks a little more modern and contemporary.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't have to be I don't know 17th or 18th whatever century that they were doing them. I think that's
Right.
what really appeals to me on this one is I like the flowers a lot, and the birds are nice on the ends.
yeah. It's really nice. Just has an elegance to it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Very much
Yeah.
so.
Yep. Well done. Bravo, Alicia. Is that Alicia? That's Alicia Clark. Here's Alicia now. Top was from the Antiques Pattern Library, which is online. Okay.
Okay.
So there you go. Available to everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very cool. Very cool. Yep. So bravo for that. Yeah, I wanted to make sure we got that in here tonight so people could see that. And
It's beautiful.
And I think that's so many of the caskets that we see, particularly the Alicia, the Trish and Wynn ones, with the stump work and they're elaborate and can be intimidating
Right.
to a lot of people. Yet they'd like to have a casket. Well, nobody said you had to do all that. You can just these simple designs and some beautiful stitching and some shiny silk thread, and you got yourself an impressive piece of art, basically. And
Right.
so, yeah, excellent stuff. Yep, way to go, Alicia. Bravo. Yep,
Very nice. Very nice. Well done.
yep, that's a good one. See what else we got tonight. Oh, we've got a couple of Cindy's. We have some Cindy's.
She framed hers.
Yeah, show off. Where are we at on the state fair? Now you submitted stuff. Is the judging coming up, or is it happened
Oh,
already?
it'll be done. The fair starts tomorrow,
Oh, okay,
so everything's judged and hung
okay.
by now.
But you don't know what you got or didn't get.
No, but my trainer's wife enters cakes every year
Oh,
on the first day of the fair.
I'll
So
judge. I'll judge.
yeah, she's just he told us Monday she woke him up at 5 o'clock in the morning wanting to know if she had enough cake round, the cardboard that goes on. I mean, she said she was just like because she does all of her baking the day before. So
Oh,
today she was baking cakes, and
oh
she'd already
my.
had two fail. He said when we saw him this afternoon.
Oh wow.
So she after the first one, she texted him and said, "Bring more eggs home."
Oh wow.
I think he said 6 or 7, maybe 9 cakes she's entering.
Wow.
So
That's
that's the very first thing they do. They drive from Cedar Rapids or Iowa City over to Des Moines early in the morning. So I think that they have to be there by 9 to get the cakes submitted, and then those are judged. All the Most of the food is judged live, so
Oh,
they'll hang around for that, and then they go over to Fabric Threads.
oh,
So he kind of knows what to look
uh-huh.
for me, so he'll send me pictures
Oh, okay. Okay. So sometime tonight you should get some indication then, or tomorrow.
tomorrow.
Tomorrow,
Yeah.
sometime tomorrow. Yeah. So when do you guys all you and the Blue Ribbon Group? All, you know, is it like a caravan that you all bust over to the fair to see how you did?
No, everybody that's gonna go kind of goes on their own. Robin and I will be there the last Sunday of the
Okay.
17th because Robin's teaching a couple of classes.
Oh, okay. All right.
And then we just stay overnight in Des Moines so we can pick our stuff up on Monday.
Oh, I see. Yeah. I can just see
yeah.
this caravan of Blue Ribbon Stitchers with stuff all over
Yes.
their cars, signs and everything on their way to the fair.
Joiner
Yeah.
bust.
Yeah. That- That's what I want. I want just a big production. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we're not
Uh,
that organized.
no. Oh, well, I'll imagine it in my head then. That's gonna how that's
Good.
gonna be. Yeah. I'll enjoy that.
That'll
Hmm.
be good.
I have it cooked up right now. I can see the caravan going through the cornfields, signs on it, the blue ribbon stitchers, and yeah, I can see it.
Right.
Yeah, I
Right.
got it
Big
all.
a big band full of ladies
Yeah, yeah.
with their
Yeah.
needlepoint,
Mm-hmm. Booze.
stitching.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Snacks. Yeah, the whole thing.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah. They get to a parking lot and they take over like 8 spots, have a little tent, sitting out stitching, and yeah,
Yeah.
Tailgating,
Like a
tailgating.
tailgating at the
Yeah,
fair.
yeah,
yeah.
grilling. Yeah, the whole bit. Yeah,
Mhm.
this is what we
Yeah.
do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe not, but it's more fun my way. Way more fun my way. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Robin, it's like herding cats with that group. Yeah, okay.
She's
I
not
like
wrong.
Yeah, okay. I like my way. All right, so we saw this before, but now it's all framed up. And
Yep.
was this was not an entry though. This is next year.
This is next year.
Yeah.
So this is it's called Antique Autumn Sampler, I think, and it's on. mm, I don't. I didn't bring my notebook in here with me. I think it's on. I can't remember what Count it's on.
Yeah. It's all right.
But yeah, just a little sampler.
Yep.
Okay, so what's the border stitched with? Do you know? Is it a variegated thread or is that a bunch of different colors?
Um, it's Weeks Dye Works for some of it. The purple is Weeks Dye Works. Um, the blue that's used for the falling leaves and a little bit in the border is a Weeks Dye Works. It was a mixture of just DMC and Weeks Dye Works.
Okay, so that's not one single thread going around for the flower stuff. You had to do the little blue, the little kind of mauvey pink, and then the kind of
Uh-huh. Yep. Uh,
oh,
this this is one of the things I liked about this sampler that the border changes. It's
yes,
duplicated on either side, but it's different. So it wasn't quite so. I mean, the straight inner border and the kind of wavy green was boring to do. But I did it as I went. I did not wait till the end. I started at the top and worked my way down so that the only thing I had left to do at the bottom was that bottom border. All the rest of the border was done.
It's a good way to make sure it gets finished. Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Do all the fun
Yep.
stuff in the middle, and then you got to do the border. It's just a slog
Yeah.
fest. Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. Well, that's a nice one. So that goes to the fair next year. I like the frame.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when you go to the framer, do is that get all the corner mat corners out and lay them all out and lay the frame out? I mean, it's the whole
Oh
process.
yeah. Yep.
Yeah. So you go through that with everyone then.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay. As opposed to here they are, frame them, make them look good.
Most framers don't want to do that.
No.
I mean, I have worked with framers that I would trust to do that in the past, but most framers want you to make the decisions.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I suppose. Yeah. Here's your thing. You chose those colors? What are you nuts?
Right, right.
Yeah.
Well, and there's all kinds of there's how much space do you want around the stitching?
Yeah.
And then how much of the inner mat do you want to show and how much of the top mat do you want to show? Uh, there's a lot of decisions that need to be made. And if the framer isn't, how do I say this, is more of a technician than an artist. I've had framers that participated, would bring colors, pull frame corners and all of that kind of stuff to help. And then I've had other framers that leave it all to you. You they'll bring out however many mat corners you want, but it's all your decision.
And you prefer the collaboration, or you just like to make your own decision?
Um, the collaboration can be good if they're good at it, but otherwise, most of the time, I just as soon do it myself.
Yeah.
Myself,
Okay. Yeah.
so it might be, yeah, you don't have the right color of orange or green. What other kind of mats have you got? Then
Uh-huh.
they start driving out the ones that they don't use as often.
Right. Yeah.
But
Right.
sometimes you need to do that to get the right colors.
Mhm.
Are you a glass or no glass person?
I am almost always glass,
Okay.
and you'll
Museum
almost
glass
always.
every time, or you just go?
Nope, museum glass.
Yeah. Okay.
There's an exception to that in this batch of photos.
Coming up. Okay.
Hmm.
All right. And this
Not
one
this one.
is
You can see the glare.
yeah. 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 Over there on the side. Yeah. So this is the
Yeah.
exception. Yeah. Actually, you can see it.
No,
Yeah, quite a bit.
no,
Yeah.
it's not the exception. There is glass on this one.
Yeah.
So this is Fantastic by Debbie Rowley. I did not use her colors. She used peach melba, which is pink and I mean hot pink and purple and yellow, and I think kind of a peachy color. And I used those colors last year in a piece, and I just didn't want to do them again.
Yeah.
So I used, I wanted to stitch with teak, which is a watercolors, and there's not a whole lot of it used in this piece. Uh, so you don't really see a lot of the watercolors.
Mm-hmm. But
And it's a really weird colorway for me. I don't usually do, the kind of rusty, uh, grayish lavenders and those kinds of
Yeah,
things.
and that was when I first saw this. That was well, last time we talked about it just briefly, but when you sent the pictures this time, that was what struck me as this is not normal palette for you. I
Right.
wondered about that.
Well, it was because of I wanted to use that thread.
Oh, okay. So that dictated life, no matter what.
That right. And this is on Tudor Rose canvas, which is kind of a peachy color.
Mm-hmm.
It looks kind of pink in the photo, but I think the mats and the frame really kind of pulled it all together.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep.
So this will go on the fair next year, probably.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So when you were picking the canvas color, did you throw your threads onto it and say, okay, this is what I want to use? Or did you say,
Oh
oh,
yeah,
when you first pulled the thread, you was like, oh, I know this will look good on that Tudor Rose?
it was really more of that. The teak just looked really nice on that Tudor Rose. And it's a color that is not available. I think I've said this before when Robin and I were in Denver a couple of years ago. We were at Diversions and I was kind of poking around and looked in their kind of back room, which is where they had all their blank canvas. And they had a not a full roll, but a big piece of the Tudor Rose. And I haven't seen it in a store for a long, 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 long time. But they've gotten more into painted canvas than
Mhm.
counted canvas since I was there 20 years ago or whenever it was. And so, which is why all of their blank canvas was back in the storeroom. So Robin and I bought it all.
How much do you have left? A lot still?
Oh, yeah, pretty good sized piece.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Okay. It- we'll take it all. And when you got out of the door, it was like, yes, that one's gone.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you've used it effectively. I mean, you really made it contribute to the design. Yeah.
Hmm.
So.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I like that.
I think that is a pretty color. I think I've used it for something before, when you could get it more readily. And that's why I was curious, because I bet it changes a lot depending on what threads you
Oh,
lay
yeah.
on
I mean,
top of it.
I could have put it, the teak would have worked on I don't know, they don't call it ecru, but I would not have put it on white, but the ecru or cream or whatever they call it would have
Eggshell?
worked. Eggshell. Thank you. And maybe the brown. I don't have any of that, so I don't know what it would have looked like on that.
Mhm.
But I think some of the colors would have disappeared on a darker canvas.
Yeah. Well, this design is the epitome of Gene Hilton's string art, isn't it?
Oh my God, those oblong. I mean, Debbie pushes the Jean Hilton work just every which way she possibly can. Those long lozenge shaped things are Jessica's, and I had I don't know how many times I redid those because I didn't work on it real consistently. I'd work maybe get a couple done and then put it down for a while, and then I'd have to, you know, get back into it again, and I'd make the same stupid mistakes, and the threads are packed so close together that I sometimes it was hard to figure out which hole the needle was supposed to come up in, and then when you get to the point to where you have to slide under and find
Oh,
the right
geez.
hole to go
Oh, that's
down
right.
in.
Oh, man, that had to
Yeah.
be a nightmare.
Mhm.
And then on the vertical and horizontal sides, those are oblong Jessicas. or no, rectangular Jessicas. The other ones are oblong. Those are rectangular by just a little bit. They're just not square. They kind of look like they are, but they are not.
Oh yeah.
Same thing with those. It's just took me a while to get the hang of it every time I sat down to stitch on them.
Yeah. Well, and for
But
something like this, there's a lot to be said for being able to sit down and work for extended periods.
Yes.
Yeah.
right. Because you get it in your mind how to do the stitch and it just kind of
Right.
Right.
flows. But you got those what's on the diagonal?
Those are Amadeus stitches
Oh yeah, okay. Mm-hmm.
in the solid and in the overdyed. So I think we talked about this the last time I sent you a photo before it was framed. I had to change the, this a little bit because I didn't have enough thread left. The vertical and horizontal rectangular Jessicas are supposed to be done in the overdyed. I didn't have enough thread left to do them in the overdyed. So I don't know if I didn't start out with a full skein. There should have been plenty of thread because it's not used all that much in this piece, but I was running out and I knew that I would not be able to get those, for 12 rectangular Jessicas done with what I had left. So I tried to find, I bought, I don't know, 3 or 4 other skeins, different dye lots, of course, and they were too different. I couldn't use them. So instead, I used the overdyed in the Amadeus stitches on the outside edge of the diagonals.
Yeah.
Where what she did was, so the solid color Amadeus stitch is a petite silk lame, and what she did was use pearl cotton. So this is just pearl cottons and petite silk lame. I think there's a little bit of Krynic in it too. Uh, so she used the petite silk lame on the inner Amadeus stitches and the pearl cotton on the outer Amadeus stitches.
All right. Well, that's pretty neat. It came out great.
It's a beautiful piece. You did a great job.
Yep. Good one.
Thank you.
All
And the
right.
framing is really well. Bravo.
This is
Um,
this is Luna. Luna, right? Luna. Yeah.
Luna. This is the exception to glass. There's no glass on this one. And that's because there is a big crystal hanging off of her necklace and it won't stay straight.
Oh.
So, I mean, it's stitched down. Yeah, right there.
It's
Uh,
stitched down, but it won't stay. Huh?
well, I did that, I think, because I did iron it from the back.
Oh.
And I probably, I had a, I had plenty of cushioning underneath it, but I didn't turn it over right away. And so it had time to cool. And
Oh.
so the thread is not, the thread is bent a little bit. So I wanted to be able to adjust the crystal, which I couldn't do. So you can see it's kind of off kilter,
Yeah.
which I couldn't do if I put glass on it. I
Right.
actually probably will put a little tiny dab of glue underneath it.
Oh. Okay.
I did
yeah,
try that before I took it, but I didn't do it far enough in advance for it to really set up and hold good.
Yeah.
So, it just doesn't have glass on it. That's
Yeah.
all right.
As I recall, the last time when we looked at this, it was when you got up close, you really came to appreciate how much beadwork is in this thing.
Oh yeah.
Because like if I do this with the photo, it does. There's no indication at all.
No.
And but then when you get in close and you see the beadwork that's just everywhere, which
Hmm.
suggests to me that when you see it live, it has a whole lot more dimension than a photo can ever deliver.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, a lot of sparkle.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I'll bet. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's uh, black beads in her wings and orange beads on her. I guess that's a cloak. Uh, yeah, those the dark oranges. Those are all beads. And then there's a cross stitch in the center of each of those blocks.
Yeah.
And then there's black and kind of iridescent beads in her necklace.
That's the part that really jumps out at me is all of that black beading and like Beth said that there must be a real reflection comes off of that. That you
Hmm.
just yeah.
Yeah, and you did her face over one.
Yes, all the skin is over one. Doesn't look very good in the photo when you get
Yeah.
up close.
Yeah, but I bet when you're to see it in person, it looks lovely. Doing
Hmm.
it makes a huge difference doing those over one than doing
As a regular
over.
cross stitch, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It makes it look much more
Hmm.
lifelike. Those faces and the body.
Yeah,
To me, to me.
yeah. And there's a little bit of Kreinik. Uh, the vines, the tendrils are Kreinik, and some accentuate in the leaves.
Mm-hmm. Her
So
designs
yeah,
are always so
it does
cool.
have sparkle. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is one of her bewitching pixies.
Okay.
There's a whole series of them.
She's got a whole series of everything.
Yeah. But this one has pumpkins on it, and so this is one of the pumpkin entries for next
Right.
year.
Yep.
And the pumpkins just about drove me bonkers because I think there's four colors of orange
Oh,
and
yeah.
brown in each of them. So they have a lot of uh, you can kind of see the dips and the they look like real pumpkins.
Yeah.
They have a lot of
Yeah,
texture, but it's all just cross stitch.
Yep. Effective design.
yeah.
So I felt like I was changing my thread every two or three stitches.
Yeah.
Okay, so what did you use for your fabric? Do you remember?
It's 36 count Elephant Run from Fox and Rabbit.
Okay.
So
Oh,
it's not quite as dark as Black Swan, but it's gray.
okay. Does it have a kind of purpley hue?
Not that I've noticed.
Okay, I'm just curious. I'm just curious. Hmm.
No, it didn't. It hasn't, and I've been working on it, with under bright lights. It
Right.
reads as gray to me.
Okay.
I love the frame.
Hmm.
It's a good choice. It fits the design. Yeah.
Yeah, so I wanted it to have kind of a gothic look.
Yep. That's. I was just gonna say it's a gothic look. So okay. So I'm not wrong
Hmm.
then. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Nope, not at all. And one of the other things that I always ask for, uh, almost always, is a reverse bevel on the mats, so you don't see the white core of the mat.
Oh, well played.
Hmm.
Didn't know you could do that.
Oh yeah. If
Interesting.
the background is white, it wouldn't be a big, or there was white in the design, it wouldn't matter. But when there isn't any white in it, you really don't want that white line.
Right.
And
Right.
there would be two white lines with two mats.
Man, I didn't know you could do that.
Hmm.
Oh.
So, Robin was with me when I took this to the framer, and she was like going with orange mats, and I said, no, I want it to look kind of goth. And so I picked
Yeah.
the darker mats. And then this frame has just a little bit of the finish kind of rubbed off on the tops of the carving. So it's not orange, but it's wood, so it looks kind of orangey,
Mm-hmm.
or was wood probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that frame. I could see using that for a sampler that you really
Oh
wanted
yeah.
to look kind of old. You know what I mean? That you
Uh-huh.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's a lovely, lovely frame.
It's not the kind of thing I normally would pick because I don't, usually do things that that kind of frame would look right on. But
Yeah.
it's right for this.
Yep. Yeah. No, that's a good one. That worked out great. Yep.
So I have, let's see, one that's finished that I still need to take to the finisher. And then I have three out of the 15 to finish in order to be able to enter 15 pieces in the fair next year.
Okay.
We're
And
slackers, Gary.
I know.
We're
I know.
slackers.
Well, yeah.
Well, but that's why I have no progress on Phoenix Band Sampler.
Well, yeah,
Because I've been pounding away on the pumpkins.
Yep.
makes sense.
So all 15 are going to be some pumpkin something.
Yes.
Yeah.
The pieces that I picked have at least one pumpkin in them. So the first one, the Antique Autumn Sampler, has one pumpkin in it.
Yeah. You should get some special award for themed series.
Well, it'll be interesting to see if anybody even notices.
Yeah.
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 But I do have ornaments. Normally that would be Christmas ornaments.
Yeah.
And I have a stocking. That's one of the ones that's not finished yet.
Hmm.
And some of the pumpkins are Halloween pumpkins, but several of them are just regular pumpkins.
Yeah. Yeah. Ah, cool stuff. Well,
Yeah.
when you get them all together, well, next year sometime we'll have to in a show we'll have to just line them all up and see the whole
Yeah.
series. Yeah. Because I mean, this has been something that's been an ongoing effort for
Oh, I've been
a
collecting
while.
pumpkin patterns for a long time. The first one that I did, I stitched in 2008.
Oh, okay.
And then I just, kind of dropped it for a while.
Hmm.
But I have two 3-inch ring binders full of pumpkin patterns.
Okay. Okay.
And I've changed my mind as I went along, as to if I got a new pattern that fit a particular class, I ditched the other one or put
Yeah.
it back in the notebook and put
Okay,
the
so
new one
you
in
have
the
a
lineup.
collection of orange threads now. So that's the other question. Do you like collect orange threads? Does that make sense? Or is it?
Yeah, well, this is cross stitch, so it's floss.
Hmm.
So not especially, but the reason I said it like that is because I'm going to lead the program for cyber pointers in January, and it's kind of a notebook class, but I'm going to make things out of it, and I I'm going to I decided to use a triadic colorway. starting with blue.
Good choice.
Yeah. So, so I've been digging through all of my threads. So here's the bag of blue threads.
Mm-hmm.
And then red violet
Okay.
and kind of a yellowy green.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the bag of orange threads.
There we go.
Okay, yeah.
I probably have twice as many orange threads as I do of the other colors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I guess I like orange.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yep.
Go figure.
Uh,
So I've got all my threads. Now I need to start stitching.
yeah.
see, and the only reason I'm asking is because, I'm working on the Phoenix band sampler and I see you doing the orange and I think these, well, if I had myself organized, I could find my match, but let me see if I can get these up. So these are, one's umber and one's tangerine.
Oh
See
yeah,
that? They're
yeah,
and that when I stitch, they are very, very, very shiny because they're Vicky Clayton silks.
yeah.
So um,
Nice.
they are really nice if you want something really, really shiny. And this is another tangerine, I think. Let me put the two tangerines together so you can see the. So you could have
Oh
this
yeah.
goes with it, kind of. You can see you've
Hmm.
got values there. So it kind of goes over
Yeah.
here. So it's. Oh, I just dropped it. Oh well. But yeah, that it's nice, to have. And I don't do orange. I don't know why this was in my stash. Probably Vicky said she was selling it, and I said, "Oh, let me get that."
Yeah. It just jumped in your cart.
It did. It did. Like that package that was orange that I got a while ago.
Yeah.
So I haven't converted any of the cross stitch things to silk. I've just used floss. And some of them used Weeks Dye Works or what's the other one? Um,
Classic Colorworks.
yes, Classic Color Works. But most of them are just DMC.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And that's
I
for cross stitch, it doesn't make a huge difference. I think some might look. I mean, if you're really there's one that's got it's pumpkins, and I think it was in a magazine, and they're huge pumpkins, and it's sitting on a table. I've seen people stitch it. Do you know which
oh,
one I'm talking about?
maybe, yeah.
Well, anyway, and I would think because it's on a really dark fabric, I think you stitched on a dark, and I think
Mm.
a silk would make that pop a little bit more.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But can I remember the pattern? You probably already have it because it's old.
Yeah, I probably do.
Because Robin. Oh, and Sandy, my shirt is from a VBS. It's an old T-shirt that I dug out. And it's like, oh, it's clean. That's how my days are going.
Okay, there's the criterion for clothing today. It's clean.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right.
Mm.
Well played.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Sandy, I saw the fireworks limited edition, and I was like, no, no. It's beautiful though. It's very, very, very good though.
I'll have to go look at it.
Okay,
I do love the reds and oranges.
we're gonna set up an over under for Beth ordering that series. Friday is your day, and the bet is under or over, like today,
Will she
tomorrow, or
order?
Saturday, Sunday, before she orders it. Yeah, get your bets in now.
It is coming from Australia, and silks for you. It's a full hank of thread. What are you gonna? I mean, and so that's a
Under.
lot. That's
Under. I'm going under. Yeah.
I don't know how she can sell it for the price that she sells it for.
it's
Sandy already went
beautiful.
for it, so
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Sandy. See, oh man, see,
no,
you know what we could.
I'm definitely going
Uh,
under. The order goes in
we'll
tomorrow
talk
morning.
Friday, Cindy. Cindy, we'll talk Friday. Friday.
Yeah.
She'll already have it ordered. Yeah. No.
I have a big idea, Cindy. I'll text you
Oh.
later after the show.
Oh boy.
Oh, I can't wait to hear.
Oh boy. Here we go.
Is this something new for us to start stitching on?
I hadn't even thought of that, but we could
Oh,
because I'm
no,
a great.
no, no.
Oh, no, starting anything new. So Gary, have you been able to? You haven't been able to touch Phoenix either, have you? Your Phoenix
No,
dancing.
that is actually next though. I got to do a couple of Patreon videos and the Sunday show, and then I'm hauling that out and going after it. Yeah. So no, I haven't. Well, I was.
You're making great progress, Beth.
Yeah.
It looks beautiful.
I'm really curious to see how those threads work on the Black Swan. That's what I'm very, very curious about. Since we're both working on the same fabric. So
Yeah.
I didn't get the thread pack.
Yeah.
So I'm really curious to see how you like it because mine is very shiny. Here, I can maybe show it.
Oh, I grabbed the picture.
Yeah.
And that looks in person. You look at it. I had it propped somewhere, and I looked at it from across the room, and the silks shine. The big red is the silks for you, and then the orange cross stitch is from Vicki Clayton hand dyed fiber. Yeah.
Yeah, the Fiberlicious silks just are not that shiny. They do have a little bit of a shine, but they're not
like
they're
that.
not shiny like no, not like that.
Not at all. No, when I saw that, it's like, oh man,
Yeah.
FOMO here. Yeah.
And I'm not. If you notice, my little rays aren't. I didn't make them perfectly in so that there's a hole there. Those little tiny orange ones, because I realized I've got to put a bead there, and I think my beads are larger. So I think they're just going to cover that hole that I made, and so if my thread's in it, it's going to be, right there. When I put a bead in, that one was in the wrong spot. I had to rip it out. After I took that photo, I was like, something is not right. Something is incorrect here. Anyway, that one came out, put it back in. But anyway, I think, so if I might have size 15, and that means I'd have to put a couple in, 2 or 3 in there.
No, I don't think so.
You think I'd be okay with just one?
Because you're on 40 count, right?
36.
36. Well, try it.
Right. And so I think they're the right color of orange, but I've got to pull all those beads out and start looking, and I haven't bothered. I know I have some large 6 or 8 size orange beads. And then I have some bronzy ones that are triangular. That they might work too. But I want to finish the piece, and then I will open it up and physically place the beads on there and see what they look like. Let them sit for a little bit and look, because that's what I do if I'm picking my own beads.
Yeah. And I will stitch the beads as I go, because I got the beads she called for.
Were there any bicones in there or anything like that?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
There are 3 different colors of bicone. uh,
Tim, I think I
light
have.
cyan, which
Okay,
is
sorry.
red. So light cyan, that's 3 millimeter, and
Mm.
that's kind of the orangey red. And then there's light amber 4 millimeter bicone. I think 4 miller would be too. I don't know. It might be okay. And then a crystal metallic 3 millimeter. That's a kind of a gold AB. Yeah. And then there's also some. Oh, I dug through my stuff, my inventory, and I found these cool little sequins. After Jessica said she's using sequins
Oh
on
yeah.
hers.
Oh, Jessica Grimm
Uh,
is.
Jessica Grimm in place of the bicones.
Mm.
So these are they are really tiny. I think they're maybe 3 millimeter, and they're orange uh, from Color Streams. I don't know where I got them, but I put them in the bag with the beads, uh, just in case I find a place to use them.
Yeah. And we've done two shows. They're in the live section for the Phoenix Band Sampler. So you can folks who are either considering that or working on it, you can see those there. The last one was a couple weeks ago. We had Jessica and Lori Mann with us, and yeah,
I have some red ones too.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
they're 3 millimeter. Boy, that is small.
Yeah, they are really tiny. And I have another darker red, but I just dropped them.
Oh no.
Oh, I mean, I dropped the bag.
Oh okay.
Sandy, I think, yeah, just the there is some shop because I think I've looked into it for another
Yes.
project. Mm.
Ooh, Tim, that I've been staying out of Michael's. I didn't know they had their beads on sale.
Uh oh.
Oh, on their website.
There we
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
Hmm.
From the comfort of your home. Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just what we need, Tim. You're encouraging.
Yeah.
Yep. So. All right.
So
So yeah. Go ahead.
I'm almost all the way across with this band. It doesn't take very long to add those. Um,
It's a good thing, Tim.
yeah, it doesn't take long to do these stitches, these roads, whatever they are, these big huge roads, the
Yeah,
oval
they go
road.
fast.
Yeah, I'm almost all the way to the other end now, so
Okay.
it doesn't take long for those, and then I'm gonna stop and then pick it up again in September.
Give us a chance to catch up with you.
Yes, yes,
And
and I won't
stars.
be putting my beads, so I'll always be behind. So
Oh, there you go, Cindy. Straight 50%
Yeah.
off on the website, but got to buy one get one half off.
But he said it's done now.
Oh,
yeah,
But they put those things on sale on a regular basis. So
yeah, and you're right. Lori Mann is making great, and that is a reminder. There is a Facebook page for the Phoenix Band Sampler where you can see what people are doing and post your own progress. We set that up, so Cindy and Beth set it up. I didn't. What did I do? Nothing. But yeah, so there is a group, a Facebook group for this particular project, so you can post and see what others are doing, ask questions.
right.
mhm.
And
Yeah.
it'd be fun to see what, because I know at least Robin McVeigh was had gotten some threads and colors and was totally changing the colorway on it. So I'm really curious to see what she does with hers and see her photos of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we got to get.
Yeah.
I don't think we have a picture of what Jessica Grimm is doing either. I think we need to, because
Oh, yeah.
she's got a different approach too. So
Oh yeah. And she's making good progress on hers too.
right, yeah, yeah. I'm really curious on hers because she started in the middle and doesn't know which
Mm-hmm.
way she's going to go and doesn't know what she's going to use as she goes up or down. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
really curious to see how that all plays out. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, she had an idea for the middle, and now she's, from what I could tell, pretty much on the fly. Let's
Yeah.
make it
Right,
work. Yeah.
right.
So, um, yeah, it'll be fun to see what she does. Yep. Yep. So I wanted to show during the Tour de Broderie, you talk about a frame fitting a design. What's Lori saying? I used 3mm facets for the 3mm bicones. Okay.
Hmm.
All right. Well, I will say the next time we do a live show on the band sampler, I want to spend a good chunk of time just on beads and to help people decide, because mine's 40 count, yours is Beth is 36. What are you doing, Cindy?
32.
32. So the beads, that's enough range that the beads are. So I think we need to offer people some
Mm-hmm.
help in choosing bead sizes and so on and so forth. So um,
Yeah, so you need to get some of your 15s out and lay them on so we can see what that looks like. I
yeah,
I don't I mean I do have 15s, but not in the colors. I've
yeah,
got 8s and 11s.
yeah. Because I know I need help before I go and order a bunch of beads and then go, oops, too big, too small, whatever. Probably going to be too big if I'm not careful. Um,
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
so yeah. So we'll do that. So we'll do another show. Well, we intend to do shows as we go along. So um,
Mm-hmm.
uh,
Yeah,
this one,
when there's
Edna,
something
I,
to see.
yeah, I don't know what the design name is. I'm not sure. And Edna, if you're here, give us the designer. But I just love this, and I love the frame that she
Mm.
used.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, didn't Edna say she got it off of Mary Corbett's site? That Mary Corbett had shown, or a link to free
Yes.
downloadable. Sorry, excuse me. Free downloadable images,
Right. You're that.
ecclesiastical.
Yeah. You're exactly right. That's right. She did say that. Yeah. So yeah, really, really, just a neat one. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And the frame is gorgeous.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the perfect fit for that design, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Good one. Well played. Yep. Yep. So wanted to show that. Whoever it was way up here at the top now, Kathleen. Yeah. We can show the Fractor Bee one. So I finished the Fractor Bee design while I was traveling at the son's house, sitting in the basement. When we, a lot of these trips when we go to our son's, he lives 10 miles from where we used to live in Illinois. And Marga has all these social events, with all of her friends, and she had a tea for her high school friends, and so all week she's off doing things, and I go to ride my bike in the morning, and then here I am, I got nothing, so I set up a little nest on a table in Kevin's. Their basement is all finished and furnished and everything, so I set up a little nest down there and Netflix and just stitch away, and because I got nothing, and they work at home, and our granddaughters are both at daycare, so it's not like I can spend time with them because they're gone. So yeah, so I'm just there all day, killing off time. So yeah, fun for me. Yep. So anyway, so I finished this thing. And I did on Patreon, I did a whole video, posted it last night, about my experience with this and what I thought about it and so on and so forth. It worked out. It was, and I said in the video, it was either Inez or, I
Ivy.
forget who said that the paper would flatten out when I took it off of the stretcher bars, because it was all wonky from the moisture, and it did. It just went flat after a couple of days. It just went and laid flat. All that I was concerned about just went away. So that was good to know for the next time that do some kind of paper thing. But worked out. It was fun. It was on paper. The experience of doing it on paper, doing something of this size on paper was worthwhile. And yeah, I talk about that in the Patreon video. And but yeah, I mean it came out nice. I'm happy with it for what it's going to be. Marga's going to frame it. I said, well, she says, let me know when you're done using it, and because I'm going to frame it. I said, okay, because otherwise it's just going in the drawer. I got no further interest in it. I'm done with it.
The
So,
drawer.
yeah,
Me too.
I mean, that's all. I never intended to do anything, but she apparently has an idea to frame it, for how to frame it and where it's going to go in the house. So, okay, fine.
Cool. Yeah.
Whatever. Yeah. But
You got what you wanted out of it.
yeah.
I like it. It turned out really nice.
Yeah, thanks.
But
I like it.
Tim has a good point. It'd be fun to see the flowers worked in bright colors.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I talked about that because you had mentioned it, and I talked about it in the Patreon video. If I were to do it again, I would definitely brighten everything up, and I would really brighten up the bees. They're just dull to me.
Yeah.
You expect bees to be yellow and black or some variation thereof, and
Yeah.
she just basically didn't do anything like that. And I mean, I stitched it the way I switched to Cosmo threads from DMC, and then stitched it as she prescribed. But yeah, I all the while I was thinking there would be some more yellow, some orange, maybe some white or off-white. There'd be more oomph to it. Yeah. I mean, I love the flowers. See, that's the part that caught me when I saw the thing. It's the flowers.
Right.
That design. That, to me, that's what makes it. And actually, I talked about in the video that if I were to stitch this again, this is what I would do. I would leave off that bottom box. I think that's one step too far. This is what I would do.
Yeah.
That's design. That's enough of that's the design to me. That's a complete design. Don't need any more.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I wonder if instead of the bees, if you did like a sun, something different than those. They look like satellites.
I know.
I just realized what they remind me.
Yeah, they do.
I can't
Or
see it.
make them smaller. They're kind of big in relation to the flowers.
Yeah. Yeah, I could take the ones from the bottom, which are a little smaller, and use those up there. Yeah, I mean, she, the title of the thing is Fractor Bees, and I don't know. I think she had the flowers and should have stuck with that, and then a little something at the top, and called it good.
Yeah.
And then, because when I stitched those hills down at the bottom that the bee skeps are sitting on, it just felt, like I said in the video, it just felt cartoony to me. And then from then on, that everything in that box was just finish it because that's what the design's called for. But I didn't really want to do that bottom box, and I just think it's a whole lot better design just like that. Yeah. And she did weird things. Like this bothers me right here. She didn't connect the antenna. on that
Yeah,
one.
I noticed that.
And I double checked to make sure, and no, that's the way she designed it.
Hmm.
And
And there's
you know,
one on the bottom that's not connected too.
right. And it's like, why do why that?
Hmm.
I didn't understand that. Yeah, yeah, right down here
Yep.
is another one. And so why not do that? And so and that was the experience going through, and then because I want, all right, I'm gonna stitch this thing, and then I'm gonna do a video on what my reaction was all the way around. And those were the things, and I didn't mention these in the video, but these little things that to me are just, in a review after the design, you think the design is done, that you would go back and fix those. But
Hmm.
maybe she didn't want them that way. I don't know. Well, I mean, that's the design, the way she put it out. But
Right.
yeah,
I
she just
think Tim
had,
has a good point too about, if you took the bees out and made some of the flowers, just left one bee or one of the smaller bees and made some of the to fill the negative space, made a couple of the flowers taller.
yeah,
Hmm. Yeah.
yeah,
Um, don't you think though, by sometimes when we stitch things, we stitch them as, maybe as prescribed by the designer, but then you think, "Oh, maybe I should, it gives you more thoughts when you're stitching something else saying, I'm going to change this. Cause I remember when I stitched Fractor Bees, I didn't like it. And I'm going to go ahead
Hmm.
and change this pattern a little bit to make it more my own.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, that was what was going through my mind the entire time is, no, not this, yes, this, more bright, brighter colors. And then when you mentioned it, Cindy, it was just confirmation for me that, yeah, it
Hmm.
just needs a little more punch to it. Um,
Yeah. I mean, it's not that I don't like it, but it just, to me, it just needs to be brightened up a little bit.
yeah, yeah,
I think sometimes too, when I do a sampler, the little girls, they used super bright colors. And then,
Yeah.
we're stitching them on the, using the faded colors. And I think, I want to use the bright colors. I want to use
Yeah.
them, I want it to look new, you know.
Hmm.
Um, and I think it's just a matter of taste. I think some people do like the more muted,
Yeah. I think you're
um,
right.
yeah.
but isn't Fractor from Pennsylvania? Isn't that the area that's from? And it wasn't it like the rose malling? I always think of that as really bright. Not, am I wrong? Is that the
I
same
think you're
sort of?
right about Pennsylvania, but I don't know about rosemalling.
Okay, I
But
think
yeah,
that's,
the rosemalling is bright.
yeah. I don't know. So I'm kind of, I'd be really curious to see originals to see if they're bright.
Hmm.
The Fractor.
Yeah. I looked up what fracture meant, and I didn't get a definition that had any
Mm-hmm.
meaning to me, so I can't remember what it said. But um, yeah. Well, I mean, it was an experience, and literally, I mean, I was viewing it as a stitch it and throw it in the drawer kind of thing. I really wanted the experience on paper. That was my main thing was I wanted to see what it was like to do a design of this size as opposed to a Mill Hill ornament on 18 count paper and see what happened. And so I learned from that. But yeah, I mean it's other than the flowers to me it's a real average design. It's not standout stuff. And
Right.
you know, I mean, there's nothing wrong with her design. She has some pretty good stuff, but um, I won't. A different designer would have put more into it, I think. Um,
Hmm. So AI says Fractor is a vibrant and elaborate form of folk art, primarily associated with Pennsylvania Dutch, that flourished between 1740 and 1860. And there is a little picture here that does look like rosemalling. So it
Oh,
developed,
oh, you're on your
uh,
screen. So yeah.
yeah, folk art traditions from Alsace, Switzerland, and the Rhineland. But in America, it became more colorful and freehand.
Oh, yeah.
Hmm.
Hmm. So yeah.
Yeah, oh, here I included this shot here, uh, the comparison where I cropped the bottom out, and I just think it's a simpler, cleaner design visually.
I I agree.
Yeah,
The scale is better.
yeah,
I mean the scale on the bottom is just wrong for the
right,
flowers.
right. It's just, yeah, it's like she felt like she had to have something on the bottom, and so she threw that in when,
Hmm.
in fact, she really didn't. She was done. She should have stopped.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, but you know, her her choice, her design. But
Right.
yeah, but it was a real good exercise. That's why I did the video. It was just a real good exercise in uh, to me, next time I look at something like this, I would spend maybe a half an hour at just with a copy of the design and say, all right, how much of this am I going to keep? What am I going to do?
Hmm.
And because I'm sure if I would have sat down and actually thought it through, I would have chopped that right out right immediately because it's just,
Yeah,
you
but we don't do that, do we?
know,
We want to start, and so we just dive right in and
right, right.
All right, Kim, Amy Mitten's Fractor book. Hmm.
oh, okay. I don't think I
Oh,
have that.
I don't have that one.
I don't
Did,
either.
No,
making a note on that.
I have to look that one up.
Hmm.
Thanks, Kim. I think.
Yeah. Oops.
Oops.
uh, so yeah, so it was a good experience. I learned a lot, and I'll definitely use that 18 count Mill Hill paper again, without a doubt. I mean, there's other things that I'll use it for. Kendra, I think this is the second time Kendra's been late, and
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think
it's
we've
been
got an
bothered.
issue here. Yeah, I think there's an issue here. We're gonna have to have a meeting. Hmm.
Here, let me show this. You wanna-
Oh, look at you. Oh
Oh,
my, oh
oh,
my. Look at that.
So
that is
it's
beautiful.
Wow.
it
Holy
is
smokes.
yeah, it goes fast, guys. So
That's got some punch to it though. That's nice.
Hmm.
yeah, I
Oh
think the
yeah.
red is what it needed, and you can really see a shine.
Oh yeah. I can see that.
Yep. Oh yeah. Oh, you can see it in the
Mhm.
picture.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that
So
is
get those,
gorgeous.
and so I know there's beads in here, so that'll be fun to add those beads in there and see what that does. So I think there's beads all the way around these little diamonds in here. I think there's in that blank space.
That's really coming out great. That's really nice. Yeah.
So this has been fun. This is fun. This is a fun piece. I think this was actually Cindy started us down this path because she's the one who told us about
Yeah. She is.
Phoenix Bank
Yeah. It's
sampler.
her fault. Yeah. Yeah.
See, I wouldn't have started it if you hadn't pointed it out to me.
Yeah. She's our principal enabler on this one. Yes. Absolutely. Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah,
Yep.
so Fiberlicious Yummy Fibers had a sale.
Uh oh. Uh oh. Oh my word.
Oh, oh,
Holy smokes. Oh
So that is for this.
boy.
oh, that's
And
pretty.
I already have the beads for it.
Of
This is
course.
the Peacock band sampler.
Hmm.
So I thought, well, she's having a sale. I'll just get the kit,
Okay, so what
which
are you going to use
included
for
the pattern, which I
fabric?
didn't really need. But I'm sorry.
What are you going to use for fabric?
Oh, it's in here.
Oh,
It is. It is 36 count linen, and it's called Cloud Gazing, and
Mm-hmm.
it's one of Fiberlicious Yummy Fibers
I
uh,
like it.
fabrics. Yeah,
Yeah.
and then I also got this for the stash.
Uh-huh.
And here again, that's looking way more blue than it really is. It's called Violet, and it's 36 count linen. So goes in the pile.
All right.
we can't run out of things to stitch. That would be a shame.
Oh gosh, no.
Yep.
That is not anything I have to worry about.
Nope. Oh, Kendra was at church, so we got to cut her some slack on that,
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little slack,
Right.
Yeah. Um, so hold that up again, because that's kind of the pattern or the cover of that one, kind of variations on the theme, isn't it, of the Phoenix band?
Yeah, this is typical of her band samplers.
Okay. Yeah.
Um, for a while, she was doing a big one every year,
Oh.
and the last few years, she's had some health issues, and I don't know what all, so that kind of slowed her down. This has, well, let's see what kind of stitches we've got in here. Um, Rhodes triangle, open Jessica triangle, which is really a crescent. Eyelets, Rhodes diamonds, oblong roads, square roads, modified oblong roads, square roads over different number of threads. Sheaf stitch, that's a fun stitch to do.
Mm-hmm.
Layered Jessicas.
Oh my.
Oh, the 1, 2, 3 Jessicas in a layer. Oh,
Oh,
rice stitch.
3 Jessicas in a layer, man. That's healthy. Whoa.
Yeah.
That'll make you
Satin
pay
stitch
attention to where the
card.
needle's going.
Yeah. Upright Norwich. Yeah, she's got some fun stitches in here.
Yeah. Sounds like it. Yeah. All
And
right.
the colors are so pretty.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that package of threads there. Holy smokes.
Yeah. There's yellows and greens and blues and turquoise and purples.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Kendra put you down for that for next year's fair entry. So there we have it, right there. Yeah.
No, next year is pumpkins, Kendra.
All pumpkins all the time. Yep.
Yeah.
All right, I think we're going to end it there. Oh yeah, we're definitely going to end it there. Holy smokes.
We didn't have anything to talk about.
No, my note to
Yeah,
Cindy
we
and
never
Beth this
do.
afternoon with the list of stuff was, all right, here's a bunch of stuff just to make sure we don't run out thinking we weren't going to have enough. And here we are 90 minutes into it. Is there a good needlepoint stitch book? I'd like to learn some. Well, I will tell you that, yeah, there's a ton of them. I mean, there's a boatload
Yes,
of them.
there. Yeah.
Of all kinds. Yeah, I mean, you just needlepoint books, Carol Lake's books. These are nice. These are nice. The from Emma Homent. These are nice books, but I mean they're they're nice. They're nicely done, nicely set up, easy to follow. Pleasant to look at, well put together.
Mm-hmm.
Are
So
the
that's one
stitches
option.
are the stitches numbered?
We mean numbered, like
Like up at 1 and
oh
down
yeah,
at 2?
oh yeah, right there.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
For somebody that is kind of new to or wants to learn needlepoint stitches, that's a big help. That's
So
one of the things that our members struggle with on some of the projects that we do because the stitches aren't numbered. You have to, just kind of know how to do them.
yeah. And then and then
So,
the cards that we were talking about at the
yes.
beginning of the show that come from Emma Homent too, and they're numbered. And then instructions on the back, basically just lifted right out of her book, but in a different format.
Mhm.
But there's the convenience of as you're stitching and working on a stitch, you can just lay this on your work, and you don't have a book that you got to prop open all the time. Um,
Mhm.
so yeah, but are there needlepoint stitch books? Holy smokes! Yeah, hundreds of
Yeah,
them.
yeah. And I always recommend the one that's the black one, the needlepoint book that
Yeah,
has
what's
a
her
new
name?
Joe.
Yeah, just a second. I think I can pull it up. Hang on.
I know where mine is, which is a miracle.
Yeah, I think
But
I know where mine is too, but it's in another room.
mine's in the basement since I'm not.
Jo- Joe Ippolito Stevenson?
You know,
Yes, I can. Joe Polito Christensen.
Christensen. I
Yep.
was close.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is an old book, but it's a good book.
what I like about it is, let's say you're going to use this, you're trying to figure out a stitch. She tells you if it's a thread hog or not. So you only have one skein of something and it's special, and you're like, yeah, I better not use that stitch because I won't have enough.
But my copyright on my version is 1976. You can find them everywhere. Like
Mm-hmm.
definitely go used book on these because you'll find it without any trouble at all.
And
Um,
there is a newer edition.
yeah.
And the newer edition does have some Hilton stitches in it. I don't think the older one does.
No, the old one doesn't, because I have the old one.
Yeah. This was given to me. Let's see.
It's it really, one of the most helpful things, even if you buy other books, is if you look in there, she tells you how much it uses for thread, and huge help, I think.
Yeah,
If
most
you've
of
got
them
a big
don't do
canvas
that.
you're covering. I'm sorry.
Most of them don't do that.
Right, right. But that book does. It's a chart. It tells you if it's fast, even kind of gives you a this one takes a long time to stitch. I think that's part of the, like, it's got a
Mm-hmm.
little graph and has little black dots, and
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
you know
But this book, if you're going to do needlepoint, I mean I would suggest that if you're going to do needlepoint at all, start with this and then build from there.
Right.
And it's just, I think anybody who's done it any length of time would tell you that this is kind of the Bible, because
Mm-hmm.
speaking of, here's a chart here, and the column headings are use it for border, good backing, poor backing, background, design, accent, fast, slow. Yeah, is it fast or is it slow? Geometric pattern, shading, yarn hog, snags, snag proof, little texture, medium texture, high relief, flower stitch, weak pattern. So she's got
Mm-hmm.
all the parameters set out in a chart for the different stitches. Yeah.
And
I think that's a great.
remember too that was written before all of the newer threads were. Well, they're not new now. They've been around for a long time, but she was working mostly with wools.
Right. Yeah, all the
So,
pictures are wools.
right.
Yeah.
So you won't get any, and really with most of them, you don't get any guidance about which thread to use anyway.
Right. Well, she
But it's
refers
a
to them as yarn hogs, so that tells you all she had was wool. Yeah.
Right.
but it's a great one if you want to make a sampler too. You want to learn some stitches.
Mm-hmm.
That one is a great. But I like those cards because, again, you can set them on your canvas. You can
Mm-hmm.
right there. That's the problem with the book. You gotta
Yeah.
prop it. Find a spot to prop the book open if you're trying to remember the stitch.
Right.
Right.
And Cindy was yeah, you were telling me that Royal School has a set of cards coming out, right? You can
Yes.
pre-order.
Right.
So I'll include those in the Patreon Friday video.
Mm-hmm.
It's just there's just a real convenience here
Mm-hmm.
um, when you're working on a stitch, especially if you've never done it, to just have a card instead of a book. And books, very few of them are spiral bound, and you got to pay to have them spiral bound. And just take the card out, lay it on your work, and work at it. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's a real,
Right.
it's a great idea. Yeah. So
So, you interviewed the lady that did these, this palette
yeah, yeah,
scout. So we're gonna uh, probably sometime in the next week or so go up to Fiberworks in Waverly because they're closing, unfortunately.
yeah,
So, uh, I could use some more threads for my Saber Pointers project. Instead of dragging the threads along with me and, you know, having confusion about whether they're mine or somebody else's, I just pulled the cards out that
yeah,
have the colors that I'm using, and I'm just going to take these cards with me. So, I mean, on the, I think I'm a little low on the pale shades on really all of them. So that's, the kind of thing that I'll be looking for. So if you're looking for threads and you have a needlework shop close to you, this is a great way to uh, remind yourself of what you need to buy for threads.
yeah,
And the thing is, in my mind, I think it's one color, but when you have it in reality, it's not. You know what I mean? It's like maybe it's a shade darker, maybe it has a little grays in it. You know what I
Right.
mean? It's like, so having those color cards, you've already matched it.
Well, and so the the nice thing about the color cards is they have the tones on one side and the pure colors on the other side. So tone is gray, right? That's added to the pure color.
yeah,
Black, I
Yeah,
think, but
yeah.
yeah.
That's right. Yeah,
yeah. And then on the back they have, the with the complementary colors. This is green. So complementary would be pink for the yellow green, and then a couple of other triadic color combinations. You don't have the quadratic ones, but I use my color wheel for that. So
yeah,
uh, I I think this will be really useful. So I do have pretty good color memory, and I can usually match things pretty well without having the threads in front with me. But it never hurts to have something to remind you. And usually I take threads with me, but I didn't want to take all of, that gigantic bag of threads.
right,
Mhm.
right. Yeah, yeah. May 3's Sarah Resnick, uh, and her
Yes.
yarn, just yarn. That's a wonderful cruel yarn
Hmm.
too. But yeah, so they have that palette scout and then the yarn. But that was May 3 that we talked to her. So you can,
And this is really kind of aimed at weavers, but she does have a DMC chart, I think that, yes, I know she did because I downloaded it. Where you could, she has, I don't remember whether it's the DMC colors for, excuse me, for the cards. I don't remember. I didn't look at it today. But I mean, it just dawned on me today after I was looking at my threads and deciding what I needed. That I didn't really want to take that big old bag of threads, and this would be a good way
Yep.
to
Yep.
remind me of the colors that I wanted.
Yep.
Right. It's either that or, taking a, you'd have to drag along a DMC card. That's the other thing, you could take and say, well,
Well,
this is, mark the
yeah.
colors you have. And, that's a,
hmm And most shops will have a DMC color card,
mhm.
but if you know what your color numbers are, and I did that on one visit. I pulled the I think it was for the red, violet, pinky ones. I wrote down the color range in the colors that I wanted, what the color numbers were, and went through my stash to see what I had, and I took those along with me so that I have the full. And in that particular case, I think there were like 6 different shades. So I had those with me. I didn't get enough of the other
Yeah.
kinds of threads.
Yeah.
So
Yep. So.
yeah, Sandy, Robin has really good color memory too, and it's really useful when you're. I mean, I used to go buy a scarf, and it would match the outfit that I wanted it to perfectly.
Yep.
But that's, not. I don't think that's real common.
No. I don't have that. Nope.
I don't have it either.
Nope. All right. Now we're going to stop. All right, folks. Sunday is Emma Homent, and so be sure and check that out. Like, subscribe, comment, share, all those things. And do check out in the live section, the Tour de Broderie shows lots of stuff in there that isn't professional cycling. Yes, worth it. All right, thanks for joining us. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.